Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where today we got something really important and something I'm really excited for, and I've been waiting for this for a very long time, and that is Grand Admiral Thrawn's capital ship, known as the Chimera, is coming to the game very soon. Now, guys, this is actually very significant. First of all, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and bringing the Chimera into the game is huge. This is the first dark side related content we've had in almost 3 months, with the last time being Grand Admiral Thrawn himself coming into the game, so that's great. But on the other hand, we've been stuck with 3 capital ships for almost a year now. Very soon it will be a year since ships came out, and now we're going to get a 4th capital ship with Grand Admiral Thrawn and his Chimera, and they are absolutely amazing. So what we're going to do today is look at this footage provided by EA, talk about his kit, and man, it's going to be great. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications, because later on this week I will be releasing a video with me playing with the Chimera in action, and I also will be making videos on the brand new Zetas with the Phoenix Squadron that was announced yesterday. So make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications so you get the update the second I make those videos live. But with all that being said, let's go and get right into it. Now, the basic attack is called Calculated Strike, and it is very simple but very deadly, and it gives you a ton of flexibility. It's called Calculated Strike, and with this you get to call a target ally of your choice to assist, and they get a plus 35% offense bonus. So this means you're not constrained to the basic of the capital ship. For example, if you had Grand Moff Tarkin, he only attacks and does expose. With this grants you so much more flexibility. You can call in Darth Vader to apply target lock. You can call in First Order TIE Pod to hit 2 times. You can call in perhaps Darth Maul and remove some Terminator if he's stealth. It gives you a ton of flexibility, which is great to see, and plus the big offense boost will pair nicely, as we'll see his unique grants a ton of offense and critical damage. So right here and right now, this is a really powerful basic attack for Grand Admiral Thrawn. This party has only started, and now we go into the first special ability, known as the Art of War. Now, the final text is going to say this, and it's quite awesome. All allies are going to recover 20% health and gain a buff for 2 turns depending on their role. If they are an attacker, they get offense up. If they're a support, they gain foresight, and if they are a tank, they get defense up. But that's not it. Now, on the other team, he gets to inflict a debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, and these effects cannot be evaded or cannot be resisted, so they're going to come right at them. And if the enemy has an attacker, they get offense down. If there's a support, they get ability block, and lastly, if there's a tank, they get defense down. So just having that first part of the ability for your allies, that is already a crazy special. But now with the fact that we can inflict debuffs on enemies, it's crazy. We have offense down. The ability block will come in handy so often, especially when characters are trying to heal, trying to strip buffs off you. With this ability block, you're preventing it, and that 20% health boost, it's amazing. It's really going to help out those fragile ships as well, and just making sure your ships are not falling out of battle one by one. So Art of War is a very proper capital ship special ability to help out your team, but man, we still got more to go. Hold on, now we have a second special ability called the Phylon 07 Tractor Beam Projectors. And man, it's simple, but it's quite deadly. It deals special damage to all enemies, and you remove 20% turn meter. One thing they've kept in mind with this kit for this ship is they kind of kept it simple for the basic and this special, but at the same time, they are very deadly. Removing 20% turn meter really sets back the enemy team quite a lot and gives you kind of a head start to get in and do some more attacks before they can start taking their turns. And on top of this ability is no joke when it does damage. It can sometimes do 53,000 damage on a critical hit and 20,000 on a non-critical hit. So this is really a big damage dealing attack onto the enemy ships as well. And man, this is something beautiful to see. Grand Admiral Thrawn's Chimera is pretty much like Darth Nihilus in Arena. His ultimate ability is called Strategic Dominance, and man, it fits Grand Admiral Thrawn perfectly. The final text reads this: instantly defeat the target enemy and deal damage to all remaining enemies equal to 40% of their maximum health. Plus, you get to dispel all debuffs on a target ally of your choice and grant them 100% health, 100% protection, 75% turn meter, and heal all other allies equal to 40% of their max health. And we're not done yet, guys. One more thing. He gets to increase all cooldowns of the enemy capital ship by 1, and this ability starts on a cooldown, which I believe is a 5-turn cooldown, which is not high whatsoever. The 5-turn cooldown is very manageable, and it comes in handy. Let's say you have a Biggs on the other team that non-stop gains protection. They're at full health, and they're at protection, and even more protection on top of that. You can use this ability, Strategic Dominance, and just absolutely wipe Biggs Darklighter out of the picture. This is seriously an insane ability right here. Like, there is no other ultimate ability quite like this for ships right now. Just the ability to eliminate a target of your choosing, plus you do damage to everyone else, 40% of their maximum health, and being able to just bring a ship of your choosing on your side back to full health, full protection, and most likely close to full turn meter. It's great, and plus he heals all the other allies of your choice, and we never had this yet. He gets to increase all the cooldowns of an enemy capital ship, which is something we have not seen in terms of ships. So right now, this fits Grand Admiral Thrawn like a perfect glove. Now, before I wrap up my thoughts on this brand new capital ship, let's look at the last unique ability here, which is his passive called Fierce Loyalty. And man, it's gonna push out a lot of damage out of your team. All allies will get a plus 25% critical damage bonus, and this will be plus 50% critical damage for Empire allies. Plus, everyone gets plus 15% critical chance. And when an enemy is defeated, all allies gain 5% tenacity, which is stacking until the end of the battle. And then the reinforcement bonus, when someone gets called in for reinforcements, they get critical chance up for 2 turns, which means their next attack should be doing some critical damage, and that means they're benefiting from the unique here, which gives them plus 25% critical damage. So let's say you call in First Order TIE Pilot, they come in, they're gonna do some massive damage their next time around. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am just out of my mind excited for this brand new capital ship. If you know anything regarding Grand Admiral Thrawn's history, where he came from, how his story started with the Empire, or if you know the significance of the Chimera, this is just something beautiful to see. The developers did a great job outlining abilities that really kind of fit Thrawn's ability to have superior tactical knowledge over his enemies. I mean, if you were in Star Wars, you're in space, and all of a sudden you see the Chimera rolled up, you know you're royally screwed, and Grand Admiral Thrawn is going to give you the butt whipping of a lifetime. His kit perfectly reflects that. He's making the capital ships run and scurry out of fear because they don't know how to meet his tactical knowledge. With the ability to increase the other capital ships' cooldowns, that is insane. That means you're preventing them from calling in reinforcements, preventing them from using their own ultimate abilities, and they're scrambling and trying to win the battle. Most likely, if you're going to get Grand Admiral Thrawn's ultimate ability out, it's going to be a nightmare for the other team. Now, Mace Windu had an amazing defensive ultimate ability, which grants damage immunity to all of his allies, but with Grand Admiral Thrawn and his ultimate ability, if the enemy even has damage immunity, he can still just obliterate a target of your choosing out of the picture. So this is an ultimate counter to Mace Windu's ultimate ability, as well as some of the others in the game. The last thought I have about this ship is I highly recommend you run TIE Fighter Pilot, because TIE Fighter Pilot's going to be evading quite a lot, and every time he evades, he's granting bonus Terminator to the capital ship, and if the capital ship is an Empire capital ship, he grants even more bonus Terminator, and you want TIE Fighter and the Chimera to go as fast as possible so you can go straight into Grand Admiral Thrawn's ultimate ability. Alright, let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. It's going to be apparent that Grand Admiral Thrawn, he's going to take over Fleet Arena. He has one of the best kits in the world. Keep in mind, the other fleet commanders, they are almost a year old. Their kits are almost a year old. This is fresh out of the box, and I think that this shows a serious intention from the developers to expand upon ships, because ships has become the most stale portion of the game. So hopefully going forward, the developers continue to expand upon ships. Here and there, they've released a couple minor ships, but nothing significant, and adding a 4th capital ship kind of shows they might be serious about making this a lot bigger. And hopefully going forward, they make more capital ships. Perhaps they make some more events outside of Fleet Arena, and more importantly, maybe they'll bump up the Fleet Arena rewards, because those have to be reworked. Because if they make Fleet Arena more incentivized, I'd be sure as heck to be more active in ships. That is for sure. But you guys, let me know down below. What are you thinking of Grand Admiral Thrawn in the Chimera? Is it a beauty? Because for me, this means a lot. It signifies dignity, it signifies imperial power, and it signifies Grand Admiral Thrawn. What more could you want? Hopefully they release more dark side content going forward, because right now the game's very light side heavy, and we need some more dark side stuff in the other aspects of the game. But this is a great step forward for Fleet Arena, and I hope hope it keeps getting better from here on out. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to leave me a like. Also, don't miss a thing. Hit that subscribe button. More information and stuff coming out later this week, so don't miss a thing. And I'll be making more gameplay videos of the Chimera and of the new Zeta Phoenix faction later on this week, so be sure to stay tuned. And as always,
I'll be back.